I had a colposcopy this week. A colposcopy is typically done after a abnormal pap smear, after being diagnosed with high-risk HPV, or both. I am not an expert on colposcopies by any means, but I did work in reproductive health care for 2 years, and I'm currently in pursuit of a nursing degree, so hopefully will be a nurse soon. A colposcopy is essentially just taking a very close-up look at the cervix to see if there's any abnormalities present. So they put some solution on your cervix and then look through a microscope called a colposcope to see if there are those abnormalities. If there are some things that are raising concern, they take some biopsies. In my case, 2 biopsies were taken. Something that is a huge issue within the United States, and I'm sure other places as well, is that women in AFAB people's pain are not taken seriously. This is especially true for Black women, Indigenous women, and other women of color. After doing some research prior to my procedure, I realized that numbing and sedation typically are not offered for cervical biopsies. I felt for me that some kind of numbing or sedation would be really important to have a positive experience. So I decided to get my care done at Planned Parenthood. I know plenty of people do not have positive experiences getting a colposcopy, and they have every right to share their story and what happened to them. I also know that people are more likely to share their experiences when they have a really negative experience than when they have a positive one. When you have a positive experience, you kind of just put it behind you and move on. I happened to have a really positive experience with my colposcopy, felt very validated and listened to by my care team, so I want to share that. So I got there on the day of my appointment. I checked in with the reception desk and then got taken back by a nurse for counseling and going over my medical and social history. She went over what the procedure would look like and asked me if I wanted sedation. I really thought I was going to have to advocate for myself for some type of pain management, and I was really grateful that I didn't even have to bring it up and that my nurse brought it up to me. This is not going to happen for everyone, but it happened for me, and I was really appreciative of that. So I opted for moderate sedation, which is 2 medications put through an IV, 1 for pain and 1 for anxiety. This totally made my experience what it was, and I really did not feel that much discomfort during the procedure. Very mild cramping, which I was able to breathe through. I am super grateful that I decided to get my colposcopy done at Planned Parenthood. I don't think I would have had such a positive experience if I went to another provider for this care. My concerns were taken seriously, my pain was taken seriously, and I was really listened to by my care team. I highly recommend them as a resource for any reproductive care, STI testing, colposcopies, pap smears, or abortion care. The most painful part of my whole experience has been afterwards, and even that has been pretty tolerable. I've been taking ibuprofen and acetaminophen for the cramping that I've had post-procedure, and I've been also using a TENS machine to help manage the pain. I've been having some bleeding, but hopefully that'll resolve within the next couple of days, and now I just have to wait for those results and see if any further intervention is needed, or if I can just put it behind me and get another pap smear in 6 months to a year. I think the main takeaway from my experience is to find a provider who's going to listen to you and take your concerns seriously. People shouldn't have to advocate for pain management, and unfortunately that is the reality we are in. So if you need a colposcopy done and you feel that you need sedation and or some kind of numbing done, please advocate for yourself, and if your provider is not listening, find a provider who will.